Hey, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
So far so good. Well, so Lois, first of all, thank you so much to give our viewers a little bit of your time. It's always a privilege.
Pleasure.
We are so happy. So a nice break. I think in Africa, you said it's a reset which transformed me a little bit.
Yeah, most incredible trip of my life, and I've been to Africa before, and I think back then was already the best trip that I'd ever had, but I think this time, knowing more about, being on the journey of learning more about myself, knowing more about myself, and Africa is such a huge continent. It's there's so much to see, so diverse. So it was a very grounding experience, I would say. Helps you put things into to prioritize things in life. Lots and lots of lessons to be taken from it. But yeah, I'm forever grateful for the experience.
So ready to go again. It's maybe the last one in Spa-Francorchamps. Just an opinion as a world champion.
Well, I mean, I grew up. I've grown up watching the races here in Spa. I remember racing here in Formula 3. I remember coming here in 1996. It was my first Grand Prix that I ever got to go to. I mean, it's a part of the history of Formula 1. So I think it's difficult to lose the history, to lose races like this, which are an integral part, I think, of what Formula 1 is. You know, these new circuits, some of these new places that we're going to aren't ingrained in the history just yet, right? And however, it is a business. It's got to make sure that it works financially. There's places that we still haven't yet got to, like for example, Africa, for example, which is we're on every other continent but that. So, but we've got to make sure that we're keeping on hold of the good circuits as well. This is one of the best circuits in the world. So, it would be a real shame to lose it.
Alongside driving, you do so many other things in your life. Could we say that in one way you defy the orthodoxy of the sport because you are the only one to do that?
Yeah, I think that's just how I've kind of generally been through my life. I've grown up with so many people, so many voices telling me that I cannot. The word cannot, you cannot be something, you cannot do something. My whole life, and I kind of rebelled against that. I like to prove people wrong. I have a lot of things going on. I'm interested in so many things. There's so much to do. You know, that's the beauty of life. There's so much to do, so much to learn, so much to see. It all end. I want to experience everything. I want to experience these different places. I want to hear different languages. I want to try different foods. I want to try different sports. Different crafts, you know. I've been thinking about trying like pottery. A friend of mine is into like pottery, and I'm gonna go and do a lesson. Like, why would you not try everything, you know? Because through those experiences you learn, and I think that's what life's about.
Just a quick word on Abu Dhabi last year. We will not go back to what happened, but just after the race, you were sitting there in kind of disbelief, and I was commentating, I will always remember the way you handled that graciously, going to Max, congratulate him. I have read something from a colleague of mine. He said it's just like heroes are bigger than champions, and it was completely that.
In that moment, my world collapsed. I couldn't compute quite what had happened. I couldn't compute the emotions that I was feeling. What was happening inside of me was very hard to bear. But something told me I had to get up. You know, it's not how you fall, it's how you get up. It's always how you get up. And so, I use all my might to get out the car. And then I know that there's kids like me when I was 8 years old watching, or younger, or, you know, or slightly older. And the steps that I take there are gonna hopefully positively impact how they go about the things that they do. And so, yeah, I'm grateful for that moment, and even more, like, I was really surprised at how it was received, but it was genuine, you know. I'm a racer at heart, and it wasn't what we're doing as racers out there. It's nothing we can do to control what the powers that be do. So yeah.
A quick last one. You didn't win yet. Could we say that with the upgrades, with the time that Mercedes has worked on the car, with new technical directive, you will get it in the second part of the season?
Yeah, I think what's important to remember is that it's not all about winning. Yes, we exist to win, but the journey is even more important. And the journey that we've gone on me personally, from the last race into coming into the season, the struggle that I've had the first half of the season, but the continuous growth that I've had with this team, with the sport, with the fans, like it's been still a very, very good year, whilst the results aren't as good as you've seen in the past. I have no worries that I'm gonna win again. We're gonna win again, and it's just a matter of time. And I'm coming into the second half of the season. I'm fitter than I've ever been. I really have been training hard. I feel, as I said, more centered, more grounded than ever. So we are attacking a lot in the second half of the season, and I won't let it finish without that win.
Okay, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much,
Merci.
and have a very nice weekend.
And you, merci beaucoup.